Hi, my name is Kristen and today we are going to be talking about my career path in the cosplay/costume design industry. As I said, my name is Kristen and I've been creating costumes since 2019. Most recently, in July of 2021, I competed in my first costume competition at Anime Montsuri and took home the Best of Show award. Today, the topics that we are going to be going over are social media, content creation, commissions and sales, and conventions and competitions. Our first topic is going to be social media. Socials are an invaluable tool when you're getting started in the cosplay and costume design industry. It really gets your name out there, gets you connected with other like-minded people, gets people to follow you and support your work, and it really establishes your personal brand. My social media cosplay account was created in 2020 during the pandemic that I'm sure that we are all done talking about and over with, but I created it when conventions weren't going on, weren't able to take place. And since then, I've seen more and more people get excited about what I'm doing, especially since conventions are starting to slowly come back and become safe again. I've seen a huge explosive growth in my social media presence. You cannot go on social media without hearing about people talk about influencers doing brand deals, sponsorships, and advertisements. Companies more and more frequently want to reach out to individual personalities on social media, including cosplay creators. Particularly in the cosplay community, things like developers, whenever they're about to come out with a new game, will oftentimes commission cosplayers to make a costume from their game. And they get, you get a nice paycheck and they get promotion from their game from all your followers and fans. There's also costume companies that will often send you free product in exchange for reviews and just posting on your social media. There is no way that if you're creating a costume that you shouldn't be posting your progress online. Even if you're too busy to record the entire thing, even just posting a simple recap at the end of my day, here's what I worked on, here's what I accomplished, on your Instagram stories or on your feed or anything like that, it really gets your traction going, gets you more consistent on your Instagram page and in the algorithm. Social media sites definitely look at the creators who consistently post content to favor in the algorithm. The next section that we'll be going on to is content creation. Whenever you're creating a costume contest, like I said, there's no reason that you shouldn't be taking videos, taking photos. There are a million things that you can produce for your social media accounts and just to make money online. Whenever you're just building one costume, you can upload a full build to YouTube. You can post short progress photos and updates, pictures of you wearing the costume. There's a million things that you can do with just one costume, just one day's of work. Specifically pattern making. Whenever you create a costume, like I created this one here, I had to make a pattern first to map out the design to make sure that it was going to fit me, that it was going to look correct to the reference. I'm already making patterns, so why not upload them and digitize them online? People that are getting started in cosplay or aren't very experienced in cosplay are actively seeking out patterns so they can build the same thing that you've built. They're a great source of passive income. After you upload your pattern onto a site like Etsy, you really don't have to do much upkeep other than changing the title every now and then, but you'll just get a few dollars every month, and once you get a few patterns uploaded, that's more and more, a few dollars coming in from this pattern, a few dollars coming in from that pattern. You can link it on your social media, so if I say I upload all the patterns from my entire costume, once I post a picture of me wearing that costume on social media, I'll directly link to my patterns, so it encourages traffic to that area and encourages sales. There's also Patreon and donations. Patreon is a huge thing for cosplayers. You would be surprised at the amount of people that are willing to part with a small amount of money every month just to support what you're doing. So the way Patreon works, you can set up different tiers of people paying you a certain amount of money for a certain reward every month. So say you have 2,000 people on your Patreon paying you $5. That's 2,000 people paying you $5 every single month. You get a nice consistent income. You can count on how much money that you're going to have incoming every month. Some of the examples of rewards can include things like signed prints of your cosplay photography. Maybe you upload the patterns onto Patreon, so at a certain tier of money, people have access to your patterns that you're working on. You can say, sign up to this certain tier and I'll make a personal video for you every month in my cosplay saying, happy birthday, thank you for my support, everything under the sun, basically. If you put a tier up there on your Patreon, I guarantee you somebody is willing to pay you. There's also video content. Video content is massive for cosplay. YouTube is a great place to upload long-form content like full build videos, time-lapse videos, how you created a certain cosplay, all kinds of things like that. TikTok has been huge for short-form videos. So say you want people to watch you just making one costume piece. You want to do a short little build. This is how I made this arm bracer. People will watch it. You can dance around in your cosplay and act a fool, and people will get you clicks. And this is just another way to grow your social medias. Along with those forms of video content, live streaming has been really huge. So most websites and social media accounts now allow you to live stream. I know Facebook, Instagram, YouTube are the three big ones that always allow you to live stream. There's a website called Twitch that's probably still the biggest live streaming platform. Cosplay creation is huge on Twitch. People will tune in just to hang out with you and want to watch you build. They'll give you donations while you work, keep you company, and it's another great way to also record your videos at the same time that you're actively posting content in a live format. Even if you have finished your cosplay in your downtime between projects, there's a huge network of people who just put on a costume and play the game that the costume is from. So if I created a Zelda costume, me playing Zelda in my Zelda costume will garner a huge amount of clicks and people coming in to see what you're doing and people getting introduced to your cosplaying and your work. The next topic that we're going to go on to is commissions and sales. So there are a ton of physical sales that you can make through cosplay that aren't necessarily a costume or a prop. So things like prints, you can sell prints of your cosplay photography. You can sell merchandise, things like stickers, hats, t-shirts, posters, original artwork, all kinds of things relating to your costume experience. There's also modeling. Modeling is a huge thing for costuming. Once you finish a costume, even for just your portfolio, you need to take pictures in your costume. Modeling can be a great way to make some extra money. Oftentimes photographers will pay cosplayers for their time to just wear their costumes and get photos taken in them. It's a great way to work on a relationship with people in the community and get your name out there with photographers, find somebody that you like to work with. It's mutually beneficial for both of you. They get something to add to their portfolio, you get something to add to yours. You can promote each other on social media of you sharing your photos in the costume and say, hey, this is the photographer that took my photo. Give them a little kickback. The next thing that we're going to go on to is props and costume commission. So there is a huge amount of people that want to wear a costume that have either no time or just no desire to create the costume themselves. Costume designers and cosplayers will often be asked for a commission. So they will pay you for your time and for the finished product, and you create a costume or a prop for them. This is a great way to make money when you know that you're going to have a slow season, or if you just need an extra boost to your income. Say the holiday season is coming up and you need more money for Christmas presents. If you make a costume from somebody that you sell for $400, that's an extra $400 that you didn't have before in your bank account just for using your talent. The last major section that we're going to go on to is conventions and appearances. I guarantee you that in your area, if you search it up, there will be tons of conventions that you can attend, especially now that COVID is kind of dying down and it's becoming more safe to group up in large areas. Conventions are definitely coming back in full swing. Conventions are a great way to show thousands of people that attend your work in person. They can take photos with you. Hundreds of people are asking you to take photos every day. And if you bring a business card, a stack of business cards with you, and everybody that you take a photo with, you hand your business card, that's 1,000 new people that otherwise might not have been searching up cosplay content, that now are aware of what you do, your social links, your business email, and that's 100 new eyes seeing your work. Conventions also, most, if not all, conventions nowadays have cosplay competitions. So cosplay competitions are a great way to see other costume creators, see their work, get tips and tricks from people in the community, and it's a great way to win money. So cosplay competitions will have several different tiers of prizes that you can make, that you can get rewarded for, and every competition has different pricing. So for the competition that I most recently won, the top prize that I received was $400 in cash, and then tickets for next year for 2 people, and then a free hotel stay for next year. So not only are the prizing opportunities great, but the people at the convention staff see you, see what you're doing, see how great your work is, and a lot of the time they'll ask you to come back, which leads us on to opportunities. So there are a lot of paid opportunities for cosplayers. A lot of the time, convention staff will ask you to come be a guest at their convention. They'll pay you for your time to be there, and then you can set up a panel, say, hey, my followers, I'm going to be here at this panel, at this convention. They get more sales for their convention because people want to come and see you. You get your name out there on the convention's homepage. Hundreds of new people see you. It's an amazing opportunity. There's also, you can even do small appearances, like people will hire you for birthday parties or events, or you just wear your costume and they'll pay you an hourly rate to show up and just look cute in your costume. Beyond just opportunities, there's a huge variety of things that you can do beyond cosplay, things that you can take outside of cosplay. For example, people like Yaya Han, she started out as just a small cosplayer, and now she has a multi-million-dollar fabric line that's in Joann's, specifying in cosplay fabrics. Other people like Kami Cosplay, she's a European cosplayer. She has over 40 books now that she just continues to make a passive income from. In conclusion, growing your social media really helps you get connected with community, and you can even make money off of all kinds of things like advertisements. Making a career out of cosplay has a lot of earning potential through all of the hard work that you do. Even as a side business, cosplayers can make a really decent amount of money. For instance, me right now, I make a pretty decent income being a full-time college student and doing cosplay as my favorite hobby. And then conventions and competitions are huge opportunities to show off your work.